Hey guys, it's your girl Nosh. How's it going? How's it going? We're gonna get into a reading because I know it's been a while. It's been a while since I gave you guys a reading. This is gonna be for Taurus, by the way. I know you guys are probably tired of me talking about karma and evil eye and this and that. But you know what? You guys, I have to remind you, I don't want you guys to sit there and think for a second that you're good. You're not. You're not. You know why? Because people will not let you be good. So it's always good to be on your alert game right there. Okay, you gotta be alert all the time. Before I even start Taurus's video, I'm gonna just let you know this, guys. If they don't stop, you should not stop protecting yourself. If they don't stop throwing shit at you, you should not stop protecting yourself. Because I'm telling you, there's people out there that you think 5 years have gone by. Like, say somebody was messing with you back in 2018, 2019. And when I say messing with you, I'm talking about throwing magic at you and whatever the case is. You think they stopped? No, they don't stop because they don't know how to stop. So the best thing for you to do is always be on alert. It's like I told you guys in the other video. Do you ever leave your house unlocked when you leave your house to go shopping or to go out somewhere? No, right? So don't leave yourself unlocked. So this way, anyone throwing anything at you, evil eye, negative energy, magic, spell work, anything, it won't affect you as long as you are aware of it. Knowledge is a beautiful thing. Knowledge is a powerful thing. Knowledge is a great thing. So if you can always remind yourself, like, you know what, let me just be careful. It's always good to be cautious. Cautious means you're not going to be sorry. Now, if you threw the caution to the wind and you're like, yeah, no, they forgot about me, they're not worried about me, you'd be surprised, brother and sisters. You'd be surprised because these people, first of all, people who do magic and stuff like this, who do this kind of stuff, they're not the type of people to forget. They're the type of people that will not stop till they get what they want. And then you're like, oh, but no, what do they want from me? You know what they want from you? Your fucking life. Your peace at mind. The happiness that you hold in your heart, the kindness that you have, because you know what? These fuckers weren't born with it. These people didn't have kindness to them, you know what? Or kindness given to them. These people never had peace of mind. So you know what they do? They try to wreck other people's peace of mind. So don't you for a second think that these people have stopped. So let me start with this reading. But first of all, let's get into our little prayer. All right, ready? Universe, spirit guides, ancestors, God, I thank you so much for protecting me while I do this reading. I thank you so much for watching over me as I do this reading. And not only while I do this reading, while I do anything in life, thank you so much for protecting me and watching over me. I ask that you please help me transmute all negative energy, all hateful energy, all jealous energy, all energy of dark magic or dark castings or spells or bindings that has been thrown at me or sent towards me. I ask that you please help me transmute it into positive energy that brings more love into my life, brings more money into my life, brings more health into my life, and brings more success into my life. And it helps me have the ability to help others along this journey. Thank you so much for helping me transmute all negative energy being sent to me into positive energy that I can help other people with. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, Taurus, let's get into your reading. Taurus, what is going on with you at this time? What is going on with Taurus at this time? Oh, Taurus, look at you. Look at you. You popped out in your own reading. This is you, Taurus. What's going on? You got the Virgo card here. So Taurus, you dealing with a Virgo? Are you dealing with a Virgo? You're not defensive anymore about this Virgo? Okay. All right. You let it go. You're not seeking attention from this Virgo anymore, or you don't want to win something anymore. That's good. That's good. All right. What else is going on? You need to be listening to your intuition, or there's something that's subconsciously going on, something deep inside of you that you need to pay attention to. You might be suffering from a little bit of anxiety, but remember, Taurus, this is in your head, okay? This is in your head. And I hate to sound like that because I remember when I used to have anxiety and people used to tell me it's in my head, I wanted to smack the shit out of them. But you also have the Knight of Cups, someone younger than you. Water individual, has water in their chart, okay? Could be a baby, could be a child, could be someone who has an age difference between you and them. All right, so Taurus, it looks like you're doing you. You're being spiritual, you're talking to God, you're reaching out more, you're getting more messages. And there's something about this Virgo, or maybe if you're not dealing with a Virgo, right? Maybe if you're not dealing with a Virgo, maybe this is talking about that you going into spirituality, you know, kind of like looking more into God and looking more on the path of spirituality and peace and meditation. It is helping you go into hermit mode and reflect. Okay. This is for the Tauruses that are not dealing with a Virgo. Okay. Meaning you have no Virgos around you. There's no Virgos that you're dating, that you're in love with, or that you have as kids, or anybody around you, okay? So what you're doing is, Taurus, you're going in and you're going into reflection. You're meditating. You're getting closer to God. The reason why I'm saying that is the Hierophant. The Hierophant talks about, if you look at the Rider-Waite deck, it looks like the guy that looks like the Pope on the chair. And when we think about the Hierophant, we think about someone who is balanced in their emotions, balanced in their thoughts, balanced in the sense where they will take the higher road. But the Hierophant is not petty. Now I'll tell you this one thing, okay? The Hierophant is not petty. You want someone petty, you go to the Queen of Wands upside down. Go to the Queen of Cups upside down. Go to the Devil card. That's petty. The Hierophant will never be petty, because the Hierophant is about being wise, about making wise choices, about taking the higher road. Meaning someone slaps you, you don't do anything about it, you walk away from that individual. You know someone is toxic around you, you don't really do anything about it, you don't say anything, you do the Irish goodbye. If you don't know what an Irish goodbye is, call up an Irish friend and ask them, hey, what's an Irish goodbye? But if you don't have an Irish friend, I'll tell you what an Irish goodbye is. Leaving without saying anything. Leaving without causing any attention. Leaving without giving or receiving any attention. Meaning you just pack up and leave overnight. You just get up and leave. Okay? Like you don't even say goodbye. You don't even write a note. You don't even send a text message. You're like, you know what, I'm out. Good for you. Good for you. Okay? So it seems like that's what you're doing right now. You're putting yourself first. And why am I saying that you're putting yourself first? Because of this Virgo card, this Hermit card. The Hermit card represents being in reflection, going in and thinking and finding out what is going on with you inside. And you could be doing this. You could be doing this right now as we're speaking, where you're finding yourself. This is the best time to sit and reflect on the choices you've made in life, the people that you have around you. You know, this is also in the mode of getting closer to your spirituality, getting close to your soul. When I talk about getting close to spirituality, guys, a lot of people like to say, oh, being spiritual is type of like a practice of a religion, or I don't know what people are out there talking about. But to me, when someone says I'm spiritual, it means that I'm one with God and my soul is one with God. You know what I mean? Some people, that's what I feel. Like, you know, being spiritual is understanding there is one higher power out there that is taking care of everything. And we are just connected to it and everything that is created around us. Okay? That's what means spiritual to me. Sufism is being spiritual. Okay? There's a lot of religions that are actually very spiritual, but the doctrines and the writings and the books and the changing of the words is what's made it a religion. Loving God is spiritual. You know why? Because your spirit is meeting with God. It's about the spirit. You are in tune with spirit. That's what being spiritual means. A lot of people love to throw that word out there. I'm spiritual. Oh, I'm spiritual. Really, are you? Are you in tune with your spirit? Are you listening to your spirit? Are you sitting down and talking to your spirit about the past lives that you've had and the traumas that you've carried over with those past lives into this life? Are you really spiritual? Are you healing those traumas? No, you're walking around being a fuck boy. You're walking around being a fuck girl, but then telling people that you're spiritual. People who are spiritual don't sell their bodies that easily to another just by buying words. Okay? Spiritual people don't let people into their temples that easily, just by gifts and means of adornment. Okay? Spiritual people don't do that. So please be careful how you use the word spiritual. It doesn't mean just because you meditate and you know about the chakras and you do yoga, you know, Karen, it's not about that. It's about really being one with the spirit. And then along with that, being one with the elements and being one with the one who created the elements, which I like to call God. I like to call universe. Spirit. That is what spirit is. Christians call it the Holy Spirit. You know what I mean? Let's not get into it. I can go on for days and days. But anyways, so you are really understanding what the meaning of spiritual is. You're being spiritual right now, Taurus. So that's good for you. And as we walk forward into this journey of spirituality, of this reading, look at you. You're not being defensive anymore. Look at you. Look at you. I just wanted to say that. You're no longer being defensive. You're letting it go. Whatever it was that was bothering you, you're letting it go. Like this is like fight mode. You're protected. Yeah. You know why you're protected? Because you got so many sticks around you. You got so many wands around you. You're in a bubble. Here, no. Which could mean for some of you, maybe you need to be protected. You know, or maybe some of you. So, okay, I'm reading this card two ways. Some of you need to up your protections. Okay, Taurus, you need to protect yourself. That's what this means. That while you're on this spiritual journey and you're doing this spiritual pilgrimage and trying to figure out who you are and where you come from and where your soul was once before and why your soul is feeling the way it's feeling now, you need to protect yourself, because there are going to be other energies around you that don't want you to find out that information. Like, why would you do that? How dare you? Why would you figure out who you are and what you're supposed to be? There are energies out there that don't want you to do that. Okay. And some of these energies are harnessed inside of people that are close to you and around you, coworkers, siblings, friends, well, whatever you call it, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, spouse, dog, cat. They don't rest, bro. They don't rest. So here it's telling you to protect yourself. For those of you who are not already protected yourself, you're fine, whatever, you know, you don't have to worry about those things that I just told the category 1. This is for you guys to let go, right? You're no more defensive. Like, if you know for a fact you're reading this and you're listening to this and you're like, yeah, I'm already protected. I believe in God and I'm good. So how does this apply to me? You know how this applies to you? This means that you need to let it go. Whatever resentment, whatever defense that you were holding on to, if you're letting it go, then this is speaking to you, okay? And if this is not speaking to you at all, I suggest you find another reader, go to another video. There's plenty of us out here. All right, so check it out. This is what this is talking about. Moving on, it's talking about not giving something attention anymore. And it could be that, you know, you're not giving attention to being defensive anymore. You're not giving attention to being protected. And you really need to do that, because look, the high priestess is next. In your reading, you have the Hierophant and the High Priestess, okay? Meaning you could also be experiencing the duality in your masculine and feminine energy. I feel like the masculine part of you and the feminine part of you is finally combining on one team. Like, they're no longer fighting against each other, but they're together. So you may find yourself being a little more balanced when it comes to your hormones, your cortisol levels, right? You're like, how does that make sense? And just roll with it, okay? Just roll with it. Just listen to me and roll with it. But anyways, this is talking about two things again. Either you're not listening to your intuition when it comes to paying attention to something, right? Or you're no longer giving attention to whoever it is that is messing with you. And it could be a high priestess, okay? It could be someone who's a high priestess, where you're not giving this high priestess attention anymore. And for some of you, it could be that you're not giving your intuition attention, okay? Then you got the swords, the 8 of swords. This talks about being in your head, Taurus. This talks about being in your head. This talks about thinking that... Sorry, I had to get a drink of water. You need to drink some water, Taurus. You might be thirsty. This is thinking that you're stuck in your head, but you're not. This is having ruminating thoughts, having anxiety over something that's not even happened yet. Number one rule I have to explain to you guys. We're gonna take a little break here. We're gonna talk about this, guys. Most of you have anxiety because you know what? You are uncomfortable where you are. If you want me to help you with your anxiety, because the best thing to do is when you dissect something, you're able to understand it and you no longer feel fearful of it, right? If you actually understand how a snake works, and you know how to provoke it and not to provoke it, and how to leave it alone, and which snake is which one, you no longer have anxiety when you come across one. You're like, okay, that's a mean one. I'm gonna go left. I'm gonna go right. I'm gonna get out of this snake's face. If it's not a mean one, right, and it looks kind of like the eyes are close together and it looks like a big worm or whatever, you know what I mean? A cute little worm. I'm sorry, guys. I think all animals are beautiful, especially snakes are magnificent. They're beautiful. The colors and the shapes and the sizes, they're also different. And they're just, I don't know. I just like, snakes are cool. To me, snakes are very cool. Anyway, so if you, whatever. The situation I'm talking about is you have to sit there and dissect your anxiety as it's happening. And I was just about to say dissect your energy, which is exactly what I'm trying to say. You have to dissect your energy at the moment that you're having anxiety. You have to sit down and ask yourself, what am I afraid of? Because anxiety is driven from fear of the unknown. Fear of reality happening, but something happening in reality, but it hasn't. Anxious thoughts. Where do anxious thoughts come from? Oh, I don't think I locked my door. I think I need more gas in my car. I'm not going to make it to work on time. I think I'm going to be late. I think. It's always, I think. You know, that's anxiety. If I could give anxiety a label, it would be the I think label. The I think team. The team that thinks way too much than they're supposed to. So in order to decipher, oh Lord, in order to decipher where your anxiety is coming from, you have to start asking yourself questions while you're having the anxiety. Meaning, what am I afraid of? What triggered this? What was I thinking about that caused this to happen? Where was I mentally when like just as this crept up on me? Who was I talking to? What conversation was I having? What part of my body feels uncomfortable? These are the things you want to ask yourself when you're having anxiety issues. Why? Because number one, you are removing your thought frame from whatever it's anxious over to trying to figure out what it is. So you're distracting your brain. Number one thing therapists will tell you is when you have anxiety, distract yourself by thinking about what's around you. They tell you to look up 5 things with your 5 senses or 6 things with your 6 senses. No, I'm sorry. We have 5 senses. Sorry, I'm the one who has 6 senses. Or maybe you do too. So there's 5 senses: hearing, touching, tasting, smelling, and seeing. So I need a kindergartner to teach me again. Where's one of my students? I need you guys to teach me. You know, where are you? I can't wait for school to start again so my kindergartners can teach me again. Like, wait a minute, Miss Noshi, it's not this, it's that. Anyways, kindergartners, I love them. I love children. They are so spunky. They tell you to your face what you need to hear. Listen to your children, Taurus. If you have children, your children are telling you what you need to hear. And I'm not trying to be mean about it when I say it. I'm trying to say they have a message for you. Sometimes children will say things to you that you need to hear. And I personally feel that is the ancestors kind of jumping in the body of your child for a hot second and being like, listen, I'm gonna jump in here real quick. And I'm going to tell your mother what she needs to hear because she has not been listening to me. I've been screaming at this woman for the longest time, but she's not listening. Don't be afraid of this, because if it's your ancestor, if it's your spirit guide, even God does this. I hope you guys understand this, right? God does do that. God will plant himself or herself, whatever God is, you know, they will plant themselves inside of someone that you know close to you. And you will hear something out of their mouth and it'll just be like, whoa. Like, I needed to hear that. Thank you so much. That's God just passing by real quick. Like, oh, can I borrow your body real quick? Bam. Okay, listen, you need to hear this real quick. And you will know it. You will know it. I promise you, you will know it. It's just, I don't know how to explain it to you, but you will know it. If I remember to tell you the story, I will tell you the story afterwards, after I'm done with the reading. But I have a real beautiful story to share with you, Taurus. Speaking of this God jumping into regular vessels, regular human beings and animals, and God can do anything, guys. You know that. Universe can do anything. Universe is the cool Mac Daddy, can do anything. So anyways, when you are having anxiety, right, they tell you to distract yourself by using all your 5 senses to balance yourself again, to ground yourself again, okay? Grounding is very important when you're having anxiety. So the next thing they tell you to do is ask yourself, where is the anxiety coming from? Did you leave the door unlocked? If you did, go check. If you think you need more gas in your car, go ahead. Take the ride out and go get gas in the car. You'll feel better, right? You can't remember if you took your medicine or not. Remind yourself. Listen, at this point in the game, if you took it, you can't take a double dose, so just might as well not take it and just wait till the morning. You have to calm yourself. You have to ground yourself, right? The best thing I suggest for you to do is when you're having anxiety, do your 5 senses. And while you're doing your 5 senses, keep yourself aware. Washing your hands works. Running your hands under warm water works, or cold water. I do cold water. Washing your face with cold water works because it shocks you back into your body. What happens is when you're having anxiety, you're disassociating. Your soul is uncomfortable. Okay, whatever your brain is telling your soul, whatever your brain is conspiring with your heart and your soul, well, it's actually your brain and your heart that are conspiring, and the soul is like, wait, what? Wait, what? The sky is falling? It's like Chicken Little hearing a conversation that he had no, like, what's the word? No right to be listening to, in a sense, because sometimes the brain and the heart be talking and the soul just needs to go away for sometimes, because if the soul heard what the brain and the heart was talking about, you would get anxiety. That's what happens, because your brain is like, okay, but this has been happening, and your heart is like, yeah, I've been feeling like this, and the soul is like, wait a minute, what, this is what's going on? How come I didn't get the memo? It's like Corey Matthew in that episode where Topanga tells him she's moving to New York to get the internship. You know how he went on that spin cycle and Sean had to like hold him down, ground him? It's like that. That's the shock your soul goes into. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Corey Matthew from Boy Meets World. Corey Matthew was a douchebag, by the way. No woman should ever date a Corey Matthew. That was a learning lesson for us women who used to watch that show as little girls. Don't date a Corey Matthews. Anyways, you might be with a Corey Matthews, Taurus. You need to watch Boy Meets World and put Corey Matthews in the trash bin. As in French, they would say à poubelle. Put him in the poubelle, okay? But anyways, there's two reasons you get anxiety. One is because you're having anxious thoughts, ruminating thoughts. You can't let go of a thought or a situation or an outcome in your head, and you really need to in order for you to get out of this anxiety, okay? The second reason you would have anxiety or panic attacks is a spiritual attack. Now, how do we differentiate both? I just taught you. If it's an anxiety attack and you start looking at your five senses and you ground yourself, you bring yourself back from being disassociated, right? You think about what Corey Matthew was doing that day and you bring yourself back. You will feel better. Your heart rate will slow down. Your heartbeat will slow down. Your breathing will slow down. Your body will remember how to breathe again. You can start taking long, deep breaths as you're doing this. Perfect way to get rid of it. But if you notice it's still not going away and now you're feeling your heartbeat in your throat, your hands are getting sweaty. Let me stop labeling all this shit before you guys start getting anxiety. My bad, guys. I love you. And you notice that it's not going away. It's still there. It's still there because anxiety only lasts for maybe like 10, 15 to 20 minutes max, right? Because that's enough time for you to ground yourself, okay? And please look up videos on how to ground yourself. Please look up other methods for anxiety to bring anxiety down. So this way, you can use what helps for you. You can use what works for you. Now, if you're noticing that it's not going away, start praying. I know I sound corny, but it's okay. God don't think I'm corny. Universe don't think I'm corny because I'm always supporting them, right? I'm like an evangelist without being an evangelist because I always talk about how God is the best, right? Anyways, just wanted to say that, put that out there. Anyways, so if you feel like your anxiety is not going away, 9 times out of 10, that's a spiritual attack, guys. And you're going to be like, oh, Nosheen, what's a spiritual attack? Someone was sitting down doing magic on you. Someone was sitting down sending you negative energy. Someone was sitting down thinking about you and really attaching some really, really unlikable or really, really nasty or really unkind and very harmful thoughts to you, okay? So, and what happens with that is that manifests into energy. And then if that person is a witch or a practitioner and they know what they're doing, they can send that energy towards you. And that's how you will feel a spiritual attack. Okay. But now, how do you avoid spiritual attacks? Like I said, you start praying. Whatever your religion is, pick up the best prayer. For the Hindus, you could do mantra. You could do the Shivji mantra, right? And this is all on YouTube, guys. You can find a Shivji mantra. Wow, who the hell am I? Wait, what British lady am I? Hello, go away. Mantar. Sorry, guys. Like, whoa. I had to make that one go away and have the real one come in. Sorry. So you want to do your, Shivji mantra. Shivji mantras are very awesome. They work for if you believe in Hinduism. For the Muslims, you want to do your throne, right? The throne is the best. You could do that, or you could do the char kul, the kuls, right? For the Jewish, I'm not really that versed in Hebrewism. Who is this? Leave my body, please. I'm not well versed in the Judaism, so I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm sure if you look it up, there is a verse in the Torah that can help you get through this. What other religion am I missing? Whatever you are. I don't mean to say it like that, no disrespect, but there's many religions. There are many beautiful religions out there that teach you how to carry your belief. Whatever you believe in, guys, start praying on that. Call them down. Call your ancestors down. Call your spirit guides down. Call your watchers. Call your guardians down and pray to them and tell them, please, whoever is doing this, please send it back to them. Please help me. Please protect me. Please, divine. If you don't have anybody, you don't know what to say. You know, we have some individuals like that, unfortunately. My heart goes out to you guys. And you know what? It's never too late to figure out who you are, where you come from, or what religion speaks to you, or what belief speaks to you. Okay, there's one thing I will tell you guys. I'm not a religion supporter in a sense, but I do support having a belief system. Okay, this is why they call me spiritual. All right, I don't believe that any religion is better than the other. I believe that all religions do the same thing, which is call to a universe, call to a higher power. Each and every religion calls to a higher power. It's just that they do it in different ways. Unfortunately, there are people out there who don't see it this way, and they constantly create a competition, which is the competition we want to stay away from. That's why we call ourselves spiritual. Because we have that one-on-one relationship with spirit, while other people are fighting about it on who has the better one. I personally don't think anyone has a better one, or a less than, or a greater than. I think they're all beautiful, and I think they all do one job, is call out to the Creator. Right? Right? Agreed? Okay, there we go. So anyways, what you want to do is you want to call out to your Creator, and you want to tell your Creator to help you heal whatever energy is being sent to you. Heal that energy. Light will work faster than darkness, guys. Light will work faster than darkness. So this way you can figure out where your anxiety is coming from. Is it coming from a spiritual attack, or is it really coming from inside of you? Okay? And you will find that out. So, but number one thing is, it's all in your head. That's why I was saying, Taurus, it's all in your head. For some of you, it's all in your head. And for some of you, it's all in someone else's head, and they're sending it to you. Okay? It just depends on who you are and what your situation is. You know that better than I do. So anyways, what you want to do is you want to remind yourself that you're not the person in the mirror. The person in the mirror is bound. The person in the mirror is blindfolded, but like, she's not. So that's why I'm telling you, someone is either projecting this onto you, or you're projecting this onto yourself. So you need to go find this girl and bring her back. Okay? Meaning if you go ground yourself, you will go find this person and bring them back, and understand that you're not in the mirror. The mirror image, the mirror reflection of you is what's bound, and what's blindfolded is because that's how you're seeing yourself, but you're really not like that. You're free to move. You're free to get out of whatever you're doing. You're free to not, you don't have to stay here. You don't have to think like this. You don't have to be like this. You can move. Okay, Taurus? Ooh, that was a lot. I feel like you needed it though. Wow, that was a lot, but you needed it. Anyways, now we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is someone who's, I was going to say short. Oh my God. Maybe you're short. I don't know. But anyways, no offense to short people. I love short people. I'm a short person myself. So Knight of Cups is all about moving slowly, not as fast as someone should be. Knight of Cups is all about something starting again, a new beginning in emotions, and it's like, it's not a Page of Cups. Is it a Page of Cups? I'm sorry. It is a Page of Cups. That's why I said it's a new beginning. Oh my God. So that was weird. I'm not looking at this. Like, I couldn't read what it said, but it's like, oh, okay. That's good. Thank you, universe, for correcting my mistake. So Page of Cups is someone younger than you. Remember I said baby earlier in the reading, when you go 27 minutes in the beginning after I started ranting off about anxiety? I really feel like somebody needed that. Somebody needed to learn that because they were thinking that they're going crazy or something's wrong with them, or they need to go get EKGs done. You're good. You're fine. You're just a little overwhelmed, and some of you, someone is overwhelming you. So with the Page of Cups talks about being young, being a baby, someone younger than you, maybe having a baby. Maybe you had this baby and now you have anxiety, or maybe your kids are giving you anxiety. Maybe you have a spouse that's younger than you that's giving you anxiety. Anyways, whatever the case is, I'm going to pull after this card to see what the card after this is. But this is basically talking about a new beginning in something when it comes to your emotions. And the next card out is the Ten of Swords upside down. So something wants to be resurrected. Okay? So in some of you's cases, something wants to begin again. Maybe you and your spouse, because you had a baby and you're having anxiety now, or you're having sleepless nights, and this is really adding on to your love life, something is going to be resurrected in that again. When I say resurrected, I shouldn't maybe say that if you're a new mom listening, because that's kind of like creepy. I'm going to say a rebirth in something. How's that, my love? How's that one? I feel like there's a mom out there that's like, why would she say resurrection? I'm sorry, guys. So rebirth, a transformation, a renewal in something. So because the Ten of Swords like this is something dying out. Hard lessons learned. You're dead. You're dead. If you don't apply these lessons, you're dead. But with this upside down is the lessons have been learned, right? The lessons have been learned, and something is peeking out. It's like blossoming again. So it could be that you could be blossoming a love, emotional connection with someone who's younger than you, Taurus. Could be a water sign. Or it could be that you're renewing your feelings of being a mom again, you know, for some of you moms out there. Or you're renewing this feeling between you and your spouse after going through something that was very overwhelming. You know, maybe the birth of a new child, you know, moving into a new house, starting a new business. We all start new things all the time. And we have to be careful because those things sometimes take strain on our other relationships that are in our life. You know, to be a perfect human being is to be a balanced human being, but that doesn't exist. It does not exist unless you're a Virgo. Let me stop choking. Let me stop. Because apparently Virgos are the best balance. Virgos and Libras are so balanced. It's so ridiculous, right? Like they just do everything so magically. No Virgos, no Libras. I'm just picking on you guys. We don't even know that even Virgos and Libras, they suffer sometimes from that. They just make it look good, okay? Like Leo makes it look good. Will never let you know how inside they're falling apart. So anyways, you need to really understand that whatever happened has happened and you need to learn from it. So this way, this renewal can start. And also, when you learn, you always have to apply the lesson that you learn. Because I feel like you applying the lesson that you learn is going to help you pave the way for this new emotion that is starting to happen for you. Okay, so this is good. I like this. I like this for you guys. So that's your reading, guys. I hope you appreciate it. I appreciate this message. Especially the anxiety part. I really, really think somebody really needed to hear that, and I hope it helps you guys, okay? So I love you guys. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And don't worry, it's not that serious. Just take a break. One thought at a time, all right? One step at a time, one thought at a time, day by day, Taurus, day by day. Tomorrow will be better than today, and then tomorrow will be better than yesterday. I'm sorry. Oh, I said that so fucked up. Klaus says that. In the originals. I don't know if you guys know who Klaus is, but Klaus is an original vampire from Vampire Diaries. And Klaus Michelson always said, today is better than yesterday and tomorrow will be better than today. All right? Each day is better than the day before. And that's what I want to leave you with. Okay, Taurus? And if you want, maybe you should go watch some Klaus Michelson. He's really hot. All right. Bye, guys.